Hello and welcome back to the Weekly Brief, where we catch you up on the biggest worldwide stories of the week in just a few minutes. I'm Julie Goldsmith, and let's start with some national news. In national news, the first coronavirus cases were reported in New York and Florida. In New York, a woman in her late 30s contracted the virus while in Iran. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says that the woman is isolated in her home in Manhattan as of now, saying in a Twitter post, quote, "There is no reason for undue anxiety. The general risk remains low in New York. We are diligently managing this situation and will provide info as it becomes available," end quote. This follows after several cases were found in California and 2 deaths from the virus were confirmed in Washington, making it the first confirmed deaths of the coronavirus in the United States. Meanwhile, the White House televised a press conference to assure the risk of the coronavirus in the U.S. remains low. President Trump said, quote, "There's no need to panic. This is something that's being handled professionally," end quote. Trump and Vice President Mike Pence also announced new travel measures to combat the coronavirus, including an expansion on the travel ban on Iran. In other news, presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg has officially dropped out of the Democratic race. This follows the South Carolina primaries where he had a poor performance. Experts note that this is due to Buttigieg's inability to secure black votes. Buttigieg told supporters in his hometown South Bend, Indiana, quote, "At this point in the race, the best way to keep faith with those goals and ideals is to step aside and help bring our party and our country together. So tonight I am making the difficult decision to suspend my campaign for the presidency," end quote. Buttigieg made history as the most successful openly gay major presidential candidate. Joseph Colomb, founder of Trader Joe's, has passed away at the age of 89. CEO of Trader Joe's, Dan Bain, made the following statement while announcing Colomb's death to NPR. Quote, "Joe was the perfect person at the right time for Trader Joe's. He was a brilliant thinker with a mesmerizing personality that simply galvanized all with whom he worked. Joe developed a cadre of leaders that carried on his vision and helped shape Trader Joe's in the early years," end quote. Colomb opened his first supermarket in Pasadena, California in 1967. On March 2nd, Inside the Actors studio creator and host James Lipton died at the age of 93. Lipton was a theater academic who created the Inside the Actors studio show back in 1994. The show, which is still running on Ovation TV now, invited hundreds of award-winning performers and comedians, and Lipton would lead throughout the deep conversations with the actors. Lipton was born in Detroit back in 1926 and has provided great content for audiences all around the world to enjoy. And that's all for this week. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check back for more episodes. I'm Julie Goldsmith, and now you're all caught up.